it's important to understand that you do need to set up a company. A, for legal reasons, to distance yourself, as we call it in the legal parlance, give yourself an arm's length distance, right, from all of the liability. So that means your personal assets, whether you have a house, a car, and so many other assets that you do have, right, are not liable when you get sued for some sort of situation that you've come up with, right? So that's why it's important to have a legal entity. Another reason to have a legal entity is to also differentiate between your corporate or business income and your personal income, right? A lot of times for remote workers and employees, or for people that have a freelance business, it's kind of one and the same, but it's important to distinguish between them. And there are a lot of advantages that you can do, you can take up when you do have an actual corporate entity if you want. So I'm going to talk about the top three. These are the UAE, Singapore, and the US. Now, these three jurisdictions are, one, my favorite, and two, are time and tested, well-known jurisdictions for setting up a corporate entity, not only because they're tax efficient, but also because they allow your business to work globally, right? So essentially, you would most likely not need multiple other entities in each jurisdiction if you have a UAE, Singapore, or a US company. Of course, there are limitations to certain types of businesses and certain types of services where you would have to have a local registered entity if you wanted to serve that community or that jurisdiction, right? So just to start off and give you all also a little bit of an introduction, I was born and raised in Dubai and lived the majority of my life there. So I have a really good background with the UAE and also understanding of the UAE laws because I've worked there as an in-house counsel. So what I do want everybody to know is that there's a big stigma to the UAE where, you may not know, but you now do not need to have a local sponsor. Previously, to have a mainland company or an LLC, as they call it, you did need to have a local sponsor, which is
Ryan, sorry, you're saying that I can just go as a foreign citizen and open a company in Dubai, no questions asked?
Absolutely. And this is for a mainland company. A lot of times, at least before, it was only secluded to the free zone companies, right? So everybody knew, or at least a lot of people knew, that you could have a 100% foreign-owned company in the free zone, and there are about 45 free zones in the UAE. I'm going to talk about a bit more about the Dubai free zones because it comes with a lot of credibility. Being from Dubai, Dubai has its own brand name, but of course there are the free zones in other emirates or states, as you maybe want to refer to, and those are also cost effective and they're also very, very easy to set up, right? But when it comes to the free zone companies, those are the companies that you want to look at. You would want to try to narrow down between these 45 free zones onto which free zone works best for you. In the UAE, in Dubai, there are quite a few that are really good. The DMCC is one. The Dubai World Trade Center is another. The Dubai Silicon Oasis, DSC, is another one. So these are ones that I would want you to look at and consider, not only because they are, let's say, most reputable, but also they're the easiest to help you set up your entity. And now I want to talk a little bit about the corporate tax, right? So as of now, there isn't any corporate tax, but circa June 2023, so in a couple of months, there is going to be a 9% tax effective. And this will be for companies that are doing over $100,000 US in annual income, right?